Hi, my name's Holly Chapple and I'm a floral and event designer in the Washington, D.C. area. I developed a mechanic with my friends at Syndicate Sales to make bridal bouquets. So it comes in two pieces just like this, and you are to click it together. It's really easy to do. And this is your form when you start to make a bridal bouquet. Now, this bouquet could also be given to someone as a gift. Maybe it's your mom's birthday, or you want to do something for a friend who's having a baby. What the beauty of this mechanic is that it allows you to make a beautiful shape design, and it keeps everything in place so that when you gather it together, it holds in place. So I'm going to show you how I begin. What I typically will do is start with greenery, and this is a fun fern. It's called Plumosa fern. Now I'm putting my fingers into the center of the egg and I'm weaving the greenery in. Remember, I'm holding this with my forefingers and I'm weaving the flowers and the greenery through both layers of the egg and into my hand. All stems will be fed into my hand. I'm crossing the stems in order to create the shape that I'm looking for. If I want the bouquet to be more horizontal, I move it further down the grid. All of the stems are feeding into my hand. The lower I go in the egg, the wider the profile of the bouquet. So this will make a very large bouquet. And I continue to feed the greenery. When I design, my bouquets have a front and a back. I typically do not spend a lot of time on the back of the bouquet because this might, if it's going to be for a bride, would be up against her gown. If this is going to be for a friend, you would want to make certain that it was beautiful all the way around. Now, greenery alone can be used to make a beautiful bouquet, and you can harvest greenery from your gardens, or you can go to local garden centers or to the flower shops or the grocery store to get different types of greenery. You can even purchase house plants and then clip off the plants as well. I have a nice shape and composition of the design. So at this point you can start to add in additional flowers. I'm going to add stock to the design, and this gives us a little bit of line and shape, draws the eye up. And some people like to design in a mirror. If that's more comfortable for you, that's okay to do. I have always been designing with the design facing towards me. You want to go into the egg in 2 points, making sure you go through the top and the bottom. And then once again, the flowers are feeding into my hand. Now, if you get uncomfortable and you need to take a little break, you can set it down and come back to it when you're finished. Now I'm adding carnations to the design. And carnations are wonderful because they last a long time, are available in many different colors, and can be easily sourced. As you're designing the bouquet, you want to cut the stems so it's easier to manage. Don't cut it too short though, because you're going to want to be able to put it in a vase of water. Make sure as you're designing that you clean the stems and remove any of the lower foliages so that it slips easily into the form. Next, we're going to add some roses because these are focal. I like to have different layers and textures. It's okay for some of the flowers to rise above other layers of color. Everything doesn't have to be flat and uniform, unless that's the look that you prefer. That would be a more tight and clean composition if every flower was at the same level. I like things a little unruly and messy. Now these are on the same level, so I'll go in with more greenery or another texture to make that a little bit more interesting. But I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of the roses. And if you don't like something that you've placed, it's okay to go in and take the flower out and move it to a new location. So now I have a good bit of roses, and you can see that they are the focal part of this design. So now I'm going to add a few peonies just because they're so wonderful and we all love them. When you're designing, if you come to a place and all of your flowers are not in the egg, that's okay, as long as you're getting them into your hand. But put flowers into the form that have a fragile stem. Now this area right here, like I mentioned, is really flat. So what I'm gonna do is add some sweet peas, and that'll change the shape right here. The thing I love about designing like this is that it doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you are enjoying the experience and you think it's beautiful, then it's gorgeous. That's what this is all about, trying to play with flowers and experience them and enjoy the process of designing. Because today the look is very loose and airy, I'm sure you can make something really beautiful that is a perfect gift to give to someone. So now the bouquet is ready. I'm happy with the way it looks, and I'm ready to bind it up and give it to my friend or maybe to a bride. So I need to make sure that this is closed up. So what I have is a waterproof tape, and that's typically what I use. But maybe if you're designing at home and you don't have that, you can use a rubber band. That works very well. I know some people that even use zip ties. When you've completed your design, go ahead and give it a fresh cut. Make sure you don't cut it too short though, because you want to be able to let it rest in a vase. I'm using this milk jug, which is also available at 46 and Spruce, to hold my bouquet. And it'll rest in here until I'm ready to present it to my friend or for the bride.